haters talking about.
What's up, family? Oprah Winfrey appears to be backtracking on her extraordinary criticism of Michael Jackson. She deleted all of her tweets and YouTube videos associated with her Neverland interviews. Many on social media are speculating that Oprah is trying to thwart a potential backlash against her and her new venture with Apple's streaming service. Oprah aired a special after the two-night broadcast of Dan Reed's HBO documentary Leaving Neverland, which explores allegations of sexual abuse by Michael Jackson by accusers Wade Robson and James Safechuck. The documentary showed no direct evidence that either man was telling the truth, and we have since learned that both Wade and James made their first public accusations against Michael Jackson in 2012. After filing a $1.5 billion lawsuit. Before then, both men had publicly stated that Michael Jackson never molested them. HBO and OWN aired a special interview hosted by Oprah Winfrey featuring Wade and James entitled Oprah Winfrey Presents After Neverland. It was taped before an audience of sexual abuse survivors and featured a Q&A between Oprah, Safechuck, and Robson. This is what I want to know, y'all. Why is it that nobody ever talks about Mike owning 50% of Sony and beating the FBI? This is a black man in America, y'all. I got to put this in context. People always say, well, man, why you got to bring up race, man? You always injecting race. Look, this is America. Everything is about race. It has always been like that. It's just funny to me how people try to publicly act like it's never about race. But privately, that's all they talk about. So if you're going to check me out, I'm going to give it to you raw, uncut, every time. I ain't going to be beating around the bush. I'm not about to be playing under the table with your feet. I'm going to give it to you raw. This is a black man who was accused of sexually assaulting multiple kids, white kids. And you think they would let him get away? Homie, don't think so. Y'all know how it go in America. If the FBI investigated him, like extensively, and he went through the whole court process and spent money and all that stuff, man, you better believe that if they had something on him, they would have gotten it. Believe that. He made the man strip butt naked and everything, and couldn't find this so-called mark on his body that the little kid said was there. Come on, man. Y'all know what time it is. This is all a hustle. And Oprah should be ashamed of herself. She know better. You know, the whole time Mike was alive, she was kissing his butt. Michael Jackson, she was just all giddy, 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 giddy. Always nice to his family. The minute Mike is dead and there's an opportunity to make a few bucks, now she want to present this sexual assault. She want to dig this man up and drag his name through the mud. Try to drag his legacy through the mud, knowing how these people historically have tried to put that asterisk sign next to a black man's name. Like Eddie Griffin said, nobody leaves clean. That's cold-blooded, man. I can't forgive her for that. So she's obviously backtracking because, you know, she sees the bag down the line. And she's trying to get back to the bag. Question, y'all think people calling her out about her friend Harvey Weinstein got anything to do with this? Perhaps? Y'all need to leave Mike alone. Let the man rest in peace. He's already been judged. There's nothing that you can do to harm Mike, but there is something that you can do to harm his family. Entertaining this nonsense, entertaining this propaganda. The man has already been judged. Let him rest in peace and focus on the living who are out here preying on the children. The ones who are in the Catholic Church, the ones who are in the schools, your youth facilities, your community centers. Focus on those predators, the ones who are in the community. Focus on those predators. If you put the same amount of energy, in fact, you don't even have to put the same amount. If you put half of the amount of energy into the living predators as you put into a dead man who was exonerated and never proven to be a predator in the court of law, we wouldn't have half the troubles that we have. Our communities would be a lot more safer. And let's address this thing about hush money. If Mike paid hush money, well, why is everybody talking? Hush means hush. But y'all don't want to hear that because that's too logical. That's too much like right. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?